Alright guys, this is what I'm up to now. I'm just starting the door frame, structural engineer specs, demand reinforcing. So I'm using 75 by 75 by 8mm thick angle steel, and the jambs and everything will line up perfectly inside here. This, as you see it here, will lift up into the cutout of the container, and these outskirts here will be on the inside, and they will be welded onto the inside of the container, and also the underneath to the outside of the container, the edging there. So that's where I'm up to, guys. I've just welded it all up. I'm just grinding back some of the welds, and then I've already made the door. That's ready to go, and then I just got to do the cutout. It's a beautiful day here today, spring day, second day of spring or third day of spring, I don't know, something like that. Unfortunately, had another gale force storm here the other night, and the solar array that I had on the ground, which I actually had up on the container, got totally destroyed, bar one panel. So now I'm just trickling along with one panel. The other ones are over here, I'll show you. Totally smashed, just like a car windscreen. See there? There's 1, 2, 3 panels. They were 300 watts each. Total ratchet now. But I tell you, when you live here, and you're right on the water like that, you tend not to hold too much frustration or bad energy for too long. You just come out here and you go, oh yeah, all right, yeah, I see why I live here. All right, let's get back into it. Ciao for now. Okay guys, here we are with the door angle steel framing support. Structural engineers computations demanded that I used 75 by 75 by 8mm thick angle steel around all doors and windows. So this is the front door support frame, and it's finished. All I have to do now is get it inside, but before I do that, I have to cut out the hole for it to go in the container, which I'm going to do tomorrow. So this has taken me a while to get to this stage, and I'm by myself as well, so it's been a logistical nightmare, to tell you the truth. And I had to do a few sort of do-si-dos just to get it to where it is. So basically what I did is I had it on these pallets down here, and I welded in the first sides down there, and then I put pieces of wood all around it, clamped it all together, and lifted it as if it was one piece. So I basically created a hugging frame for it as I turned it over, so it wouldn't snap the welds that I'd done on there. So I just got it up on an angle like this, and supported it on either side, and then just came through and welded the other side as well. But before I got it to this side here, when I was actually doing the other side, I just remembered that. When I was doing this side here, I had it up on these pallets, but up on a table. And then what I did is I came underneath and I just did a few spot welds on this side while I was underneath it, just to give it some more strength before I tilted it. Got the tables out and tilted it like this. So this is all ready to be grinded out on the sides here, or should I say cleaned up with a grinding sanding pad to weld it to the inside of the container. And yeah, so basically what happened, I don't know if I told you guys, I had a gale force storm here the other day, and I did have all my solar panels up there near my wind turbine, and they all got blown away. That's them over there. I think I did tell you that. Anyway, one survived, and a mate let me borrow one of his ones, so that's where it's at now. Alright guys, here we are. I've got the angle steel frame in place. That was a hell of a job, and I've got the jambs in now. I've got the door in there ready to go, so that's what I'll be doing next. But this top part here, which is, I ended up cutting it out. I didn't want to do that, but it ended up being far too difficult to try and, you know, push the steel here and there and push it in, pull it out here and there when there was this corrugation in the way. I tried to cut out a channel for it so I could leave it and then just spot weld it and caulk it, but as I said, I had to cut it out because I was just wasting too much time playing around with it. And I don't know if you can see that very well there, but it was a hell of a job doing it by yourself, because the angle steel frame that I made was well over 100 and something kilos, and because it's 75 by 75 by 8 mil thick. So next time I will do it piece by piece. I'll just cut the hole out and weld a piece in at a time. And yeah, so that's it. So I'll close it off now and start putting the door in. Okay guys, the door is in and I am knackered, absolutely knackered. I still haven't finished the top. As I said, I had to cut all that out to get the frame in. So I'll come back, the bit I cut out I'll weld back in and then caulk it all up. I've still got to do a little bit more welding. I've kind of only just touched it in because there's some wet weather coming and I needed to get it done ASAP. So that's it. Next project, yippee-ki-yay.